1 second.
Still works.
Yeah, I see. I think that everything still works, so that's okay. I'm just adjusting my volume of the, you know what, of the microphone a bit. Now, 1 second, peeps. I have to find some good music for the background, and then we continue to grind. We gotta grind some more. Gotta grind some more. Ah, this seems soothing. Let me open the Twitch. Creator dashboard. Stream manager, here we go. Like this. And we can continue. Let's go. CD applications, Godot 4.6.2 something. Like this. Open it up. No. Okay, I can open the Visual Studio Code. This one is okay. Also good. And let's see what I've wrote down. What we have to continue working on. Files. Deck. Jesus, so many notifications from the next cloud. So yesterday, one of the things that we have to implement is still the speed running and so on. So, first easy grabs. I think I'm gonna modify the health points of Golem Giant. That dude is a bit too tanky for the first battle, first boss. Let's reduce it by 20%. So max health goes from 500 to 400. We're gonna do the similar thing to the slime. Monster slime. 350. Let's do it 300. They were too spongy. Okay. Then with the slime, I had summon slime. Cooldown issues. I believe it was summoning it too fast. Okay, this one is don't scale. What about harder one? Also do not scale. So the first boss has now become easier. Then we have to figure out how we're gonna wire the timing regarding of measuring when the player finished the run. So this happens in the ship. Can start the engines on dialog POI. Then we measure the end time here. Exactly. End time and start time, we have to do the calculation. And I just want to see if where the start time gets set. So this is run resource, I believe. Start time. 7 references. It starts at the beginning of the level changer. That's okay. And it's also measuring time get ticks milliseconds. That's okay. And the run completed. Where do I listen to this? Events controller, ship, level generator, level itself. Okay, I remove the players. And I trigger end run. Basically, I'm overriding this end time again here. Okay. Okay. This is being subscribed in the level itself, but I wonder if I have the subscription in the achievement controller or something like that. Unlockables controller. Bestiary recipe cartridge skill. This is on unlockable unlocked, but I do not check for any other scenarios. I believe on unit died is a subscription here. I would have to add like on run completed. But I gotta take a look what actually is being passed through here. Nothing, it's empty, but that's okay. Because I get the current profile here. One second. And I have to check if it finished the game, right? The left side, and then here we have speed running somewhere. I think it's under unlockables. I have to speedrunner achievement. I have to take a look what's the naming of these achievements. There is runner, speedrunner, and flash, I believe. Manual unlock condition, okay. So I would have to unlock this one. But based on the description that I have, 1 second, I'd have to decide description, speedrunner. Here we go. we have speedrunner, flash, runner. Okay. Finish the run. We have 60, 50, and 45 minutes. Those are the milestones that we're looking for. 60, 50, and 45, right? I think we could go do it on the 40. Yeah, let's make it 40. But then I'd have to take a look in the Steam achievements. Somewhere around here. If I open it up and if I have like workshop, Steamworks settings, achievements, runner. 60, 50, 45, I'm gonna set it to 40. You have to be extra lucky and skillful to make it. So I'm gonna save that so the players won't get any wrong ideas. Okay. 40, 60, 50, 40. Makes sense. Now the IDs of these things. Let's write it down. Somewhere about around here, I'd say. This one, speedrunner. Of course, first is gonna be normal runner. Then I think that the next correct one is flash. And I think that if I call unlock, this is for manual unlocking. This handles if it wasn't unlocked already. Yeah, okay. I just gotta be sure that this is gonna trigger sooner than other changes. And it will probably. Okay. But now the conversion from milliseconds to seconds and so on and to minutes. You know what? The laziness is kicking in. And we're gonna delegate it. And somewhere around here, then I have run profile, run resource. Huh, unsubscribe from events, there is a bug. Ah, look at that bastard. He was hiding in here. Okay. One run completed is here. I could be writing this not in if else statement but normal one, but that's okay. Then it doesn't check the tree. If so, yeah. Because what I usually like to write is something like this. It's much cleaner. At least from my perspective, I'd say. Okay. Now we have to wire it up and subscribe to events. And I think that this is somewhere like on global events controller run completed. And the thing that's passed in is without parameters, which is okay. But then we also must keep in mind that this is unsubscribed when needed. Okay, I think that the calculation time is correct. And let's see, we're gonna speedrun it. And we'll see what's gonna happen. At least I think that all the achievements are correctly set up. I should also add like rewards, you know. Some cartridges are gonna be rewarded to the player by doing certain quests in the world. So he will have bigger motivation to explore and do some unordinary stuff. Like for example, summoning Simon the Blue or the Red should like uncover a cartridge or something like that. Jonas, how's it going, buddy? All good on your side? So far so good. Oh, nice. Glad to hear that. I'm just gonna try to speed run the game and see if the achievements unlock. So basically all three of them should be unlocking now. As soon as I get to the next level. So far so good. And now I have to add like... Yo, that's gonna be nasty with this level, huh? Feels like fighting a mini-boss. Jesus Christ. Oh no. Oh my god. I don't even have the time to write the cheat code. There we go. Finally immortal, that was adrenaline. So I need like 4 fuel cells. Let's find the ship. Here it is. Okay. Okay, they work. Finish the run under 45 minutes. Yo, I didn't publish the changes. Of course, that's why it says 45. Okay. I guess I'm the first one who unlocked this. GG. Now let's see, I changed it. View diffs. 40 minutes. Okay, prepare for publishing. Publish to theme. Change description. Achievements. So far so good. And this works. This kind of works. It worked. I think that we have every single achievement now reachable. Yeah. So this one has to go live as soon as possible. Ah, recipes. Only 2.7% of players unlocked so many recipes. That's interesting. .3% of players defeated Archlich. Also cool. Okay. Oh, one second, guys. I'm gonna take care of the little one from time to time today because he's a bit sick. So my assistance will be needed. Be right back. Okay. First thing improved, first thing completed. Let's commit it. I fixed the bug where speedrunning achievements weren't achievable. Actually, it's not a bug, it wasn't implemented, sadly. But psh. Monster slime, boss, and rock golem. Boss nerfed. Okay. So far so good. Now another problem that we have, like in Cavernous Depths, Mr. Tutri told me that on a rare occasion wrong, what is it called, wrong bosses spawn. I mean, yeah, I have a weird check here. Warlord something. There has to be a scenario. Unlockables, Warlord achievement, no. POIs, there has to be a scenario. Let's take a look at the Cavernous Depths. And here we have scenarios. This one, spawn, no. This is for graveyard protectors, mandatory. Enable all level changes, level scenario. And the check is being done for Dino Man, Warlord of Damage killed. I'm gonna do a single check. 3 of them are gonna spawn. Second. So the condition is Dino Man, Warlord of Damage killed. I don't believe that I'm gonna find this anywhere in here, because I'm always just suffixing it with killed, like this. When something dies, I take its ID and then I do that. And this happens like for every separate Dino Lord. Yeah. This one kind of sucks. This made like the first arena optional. I mean the third arena generally looked at. Cavernous Depths Arena 1. This is for the forest. Aha. For the forest it's here. Number of bosses killed equals to 1. I could have like, instead of that, number of bosses equals to 2. That'd be better. And we'd have to make like the warlords drop something interesting. Like some potions or something, because currently they're not rewarding you anything. That kind of sucks. You'd have to feel more rewarded by slaying them. But anyway, I think I'm gonna reuse this one. And greater than or equal to 2 is gonna be the value. Yeah. So this is forest and cavernous depths. And I'm gonna copy the one from the forest. And now I'm gonna find the cavernous depths, paste as unique. And we can have everything as unique in here. But what we're gonna do is set it to 2. Like that. But important thing is that we test it out now. I think that the other scenarios remain the same, so chance 1, max time 0, max ticks 1, okay. Happens only once, then it triggers. So that's kind of okay. But we say that it's mandatory now, that the player kills the boss, and that's okay. It keeps it real, you know, like 3 warlords have that. Those were the micro ones. The only downside is that now I have to kind of go through the whole route to test it out. Because if I would go like to the cavernous depths directly, then the counter wouldn't be on 2 yet, because we wouldn't kill the first area boss. I think we can achieve this like in, I don't know, let's say 10 to 15 minutes. Pretty sure that it should work, but you know how it is. Testing is needed always. Okay. Player toggle God mode. Let's add 2 runes and fireball rune. Or no, ice breath. And then what else do we have? Let's add Voltor sword. Jesus. Ah, I want to upgrade them, so I'll have easier time slicing them up. Ooh, elven bow. Lucky day. Slime's too spongy. Again, too spongy for the beginning enemies. I'll reduce them as well. A bit. Feels too spongy. But that's their personality, if I make any sense, you know. Oh, the forge. I'm gonna make them spawn and then I'm gonna kill them all. Okay. Hey, Skeptic Believer, hello. How's it going, buddy? Here we go. Another Deetra cavern appeared. I should add like a listener that on every crit you heal or something. I threw my 200 sub like it's nothing. The 5-hour limit was eaten in less than an hour. Jesus Christ. He hungry, huh? I saw about this new guy. Yeah. They praise it quite a lot. What would you say? Is he good or not? Yep. You know that they're gonna optimize the price as soon as possible. They make you dependent on their tech stack. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna make your whole workforce deeply dependent on them. People are gonna forget how to do normal stuff. And surprise, surprise, when that's the case, they're gonna do you know what? They're gonna increase the prices, bastards. Player teleport. Okay. It is very good one-shotted complex problem where Opus I had to force him to do it multiple attempts. Exactly, at least I'm poor, I can code myself rather than use scrap LLMs. Get you, buddy, I get you. Toggle God mode. Yeah. Hey, Lookery. That's just how it is. Wow. Sinister entities incoming. I think I'm gonna buff the books when they become level 2 also. Not just that you get the benefit of having more space in the inventory. I think that'd be fair. So, Nahe says, well, I'm using AI, I won't lie, I don't, but only to create automatic tests, smoke tests, and CI tools. Yeah, get you, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna have to work on AI then. In-game here as well. Sometimes he just bugs out. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah. But other than that, I enjoy programming too much to let someone else do it. Yep, it's cool. It is cool. I mean, for tedious tasks that are like, you know... I don't want to do copy, paste, modify that a million of times. I know what it's doing. Why the hell not? Oh, how many fire breathers. Like the ice thing here is like super important. Maybe I could give player the opportunity to craft an icy rune here. That would like significantly increase his chances of leveling. I mean, progressing through this area. So, ice ore. The blue ore. I'm looking for that pit because I want to see if that was implemented correctly, that you still have to go to level 2 arena now. Another dumb one. I mean, those models are good enough to do all the work, to be honest. Of course, if you don't care about quality. Yeah. Exactly. Brain is a muscle, I'd say. You have to keep using it, or else you're losing it. Come on. I'm looking for that big hole, still can't find it. Okay. Why is the dude asleep? Did I write a comment? Huh. 1 second. Greater than or equal to. Now I don't have the way to access this variable. Crying out loud. Profile slot 1. I'm not gonna see anything. Yo. User data. Boss has killed 1. Huh. 1 second. Boss has killed 3, so, Mother effer, the warlord is like a boss. Well, previous, it was marked like a boss, but... 1 second, telephone. Back. This mini boss, when the boss is killed, gets incremented. This is bothering me a bit. Let's see. If I do this here, is boss. How do I determine if this is a boss? Huh. Unit data resources boss is equal to false here. Ah, but 2 of them are marked as bosses. Okay. So that was one issue. Now, problem is that I have to rinse and repeat to test it out properly. Yeah, exactly. And excellent rubber duck. Excellent rubber ducky, I'd say. Okay, these things were saved. I think back in the day I could be smart. That I've incremented some stuff. 1 second. Do I have a command? Level set blackboard or something. Level set or blackboard. Set player profile blackboard key bool value. Ah, that's only for the key bool. Ay. Anyway. Kill all AI units. Yo. There we go. I'm gonna make them one-shottable. The small slimes. Also their vision from the bandits and everybody else, it should be increased a bit. Okay, that's the first one. Ooh. Hello there, brother. What have you got there? Nothing, nothing. You see only air. Bam! Here we go. Another slime. Good. Bangarang, bangarang. Level toggle. No. No, no. Don't wanna die. Player teleport. Okay, now. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get wrecked if they're gonna find me. Okay. Let's kill them all. Okay, all of them killed. Now, let's go towards the exit and see if any of those guys actually triggered that the level changer would be toggled. Hopefully not. Yeah, that's good. Now, the only thing that we have to find is the arena itself. Well, this is a bigger area, so that's gonna be interesting to explore. all this way just to get to the bear cave. Anyway, you know what? Player add item, tech pick. I don't want to back paddle too much. Okay, for sending back the items. Do I have something interesting down here? That's a good one. Now we're much faster. Okay, that's the beginning. They spawned, lots of them spawned here. But where's the entrance? I'm looking. Ah, here it is. I passed it. Okay. So the thing will become that if we slay them all, like level, kill all AI units, and kill the boss of this area, only then the level changer should trigger. Okay. I think it's the boss battle time. And he died. What's gonna happen now? Cavernous depths. I didn't see any changes going on. Huh. One second, I want to see something. Okay, for example, companion at level 5. I'll level her up. Do I have one thing in here? Just a second. How do I increment the bosses? If unit data resources. Yo, shit. This didn't increment because I killed them like with command. Ah. So it's actually tracking if the killer unit isn't trap master. That's a problem. Boss tracking has to be independent. Whatever kills the boss, it should trigger, like, you know, that you can go forward. So this is a bug. A second. Be right back. I gotta take a leak. Here we go. Oh, Sam W. Banda. Thanks for the follow. This is the problem. So reward and valid killer, blah blah blah, and then unit data resource is boss. This increment has to happen no matter what. Number of bosses killed. It has to go up. So unit, valid unit. Yeah. This is being elevated now. So instead of looking for valid killer and killer unit as in Trap Master, because Trap Master theoretically could kill a boss if you would like shove him into something else. Okay, I know this is like the third time we have to run through it, but it only makes sense that we properly test it before we put the build live. So there's no shame in that. But by the time we get here, valid unit is being checked for the death of the unit, okay? Before we remove it and we queue free it, and so on. Also, I was thinking about one other thing. Maybe the 5-second cooldown before the bodies disappear is too long. Maybe we could kinda reduce it to 3 seconds or something like that. I wanted to have like 5-second cooldown for revival, but then I'm not sure if I'm gonna work on revival itself for the enemy units and so on, and 3 seconds could also be enough. So it's toggle god mode. And we're gonna do the same thing. Level, kill, AI units. Yo, Elven one. Gaboo. Something in here? Only the sell shrine, or store shrine. Sell. Here we go, first one. Second one. Third one. So far so good. I think that I saw somewhere on the minimap locations where the next holes are gonna be. And that's somewhere around here, exactly. Okay, let's give her at least one level. Okay, killing him with the command. Didra fell asleep. Well, that did work. So by theory, it shouldn't have... okay. Level toggle, not free camera. So far, so good. Okay, God mode toggled. Looking for the hole, there's only one here. Nice knockback resistance, if you ask me. Ah, this is the place. So far, so good. Ah, here's the Mr. Bombastic. I didn't see any notifications, so I'm a bit worried. on, buddy. Looking for the main trail of the path. And it's going here to the left side. You see, the darker road is actually showing where the Deidre is. Huh. Directly to lava. I think I'm gonna bypass it if possible. Key. I'm 99% sure that this thing works if I kill him by hand. Now, why the hell it isn't working if I kill it via the command? That's a bit weird. Because currently I have like Demon Destroyer and its boss. 1 second. This boss is through. Those are all related to the commands. Cavernous Depths 1. Mandatory ones are here. Number bosses killed greater than or equal to 2. Yes. Now why the hell the increment isn't happening? Well, second. Back. Now what was this? Test number 4 and it didn't work, huh? That sucks. That really deeply sucks. Was killed by player unit. Oh, mother effer, huh? I don't care about this one. This is the problem. But why do I have blackboard currently loaded level blackboard increment int? Okay. You know what? I think that this was the main problem. No matter who kills the boss, this has to be incremented. So it doesn't have to be guarded by it was it killed by player unit, but this comes now down here. And by all means, I really hope that this will work now. Okay. Gotta change the music up a bit. Well, something different, tiny bit. Close but no cigar. JRPG music. Yeah, I also want to remove the +0 sign. Doesn't make really a lot of sense to show the floating text when the thing is like on 0. Iron armor! I killed myself by hitting that box. Fluffy entity incoming. Jesus. Deidre fell asleep. Good. Hopefully we're gonna find like the pit close to the road somewhere. Ah, it's here. Good. We can quickly test it out now. It's super important that I kind of don't introduce a new bug regarding this, you know. That's why manual testing as much as possible. Probably I'm gonna last hit him by the sword, because player doesn't actually use the kill command like that. Okay, a couple of more waves. There we go. Now with the last one, we're gonna grind him down manually. He beat the living crap out of me. Okay, anytime now. I didn't see any notification happening. uh, oh my god. Oh my god. Boss skilled is equal to 2. This is correct here. But But now why the hell don't you, Pecker, go down? What else is bothering you? Because cavernous depths, if I take a look at the level scenarios, enable all level changers level scenario, flag resource, blackboard source type level. Huh. Yo. This should be like player profile. If it has to be level, 1 second, then it should be 1 per level itself. Now I get it. Well, there was a bug that wasn't incrementing, but there was another bug in the configuration, I believe. Well, this is kind of boring stream now, I guess. But I guess this is the part of the process here. 1 second. If I go to the... boss is killed. Here in the level itself. See, I increment currently loaded levels. Non-boss is killed. SN and this SN is this one, which I'm incrementing. So this is per level based now. That's why 1 didn't work, because we kill only 1 in there. That was a nasty check. So I just reduced this to 1 and hopefully, I really do hope that this now fixes the issue. Because I don't want to play the game like 7 times in a row like that. So we can test it now more easily. Because I can skip the first level. Because that increment, first and second level can be skipped. Because those increments don't matter anymore. I just want to see what's the condition there. Aha, no, actually there is no condition, because at the last level there's a ship which can only be activated by collecting all the fuel cells. Level toggle, enable level changers, player teleport, same thing for this. See, that's what happens when you have like a lot of scopes. You gotta be extra careful. And here we're gonna just toggle the... You know, what is it called? Player toggle God mode. And if we're gonna travel next to the hot path, probably we're gonna see that much sooner. Ah, there's the... Maybe their speciality could be that you get like a book, you know. Book of speed from that dude. Ah, I saw something here. I think that was only related to the chest. No, actually. This is what I was looking for. Now... Why are you suicidal, girl? Oh no. There we go. And if we're gonna have enough time, I'm gonna make like gold drop in points of interest instead of all over the place from the units. That's another quality of life improvement, I believe, that you're gonna be wanting to explore a bit more. And some gold reward at the end. Okay. Did it trigger? Did Ra fall asleep? Finally! This was like the 6th try we had here. Sorry about that. But that's why I just had a feeling I really have to test this one out before I push it. You know, because it's such a key moment, key change that you don't depend anymore on, you know what, on the warlords, but on other things. Okay, let's just see if the Deidre is here. Like, really? Yep, he's here. That's okay. And everything here is okay as well, I'd say. Those guys are just battling. I'm gonna die now. Boom. That's good. Quit the main menu. Okay, let's push it. Burnseye, thanks! Thanks. Let's make them drop books. Warlord of Defense, like health book. Speed, attack speed book, and damage book. And then we make a commit. Book of attack speed. Let's see, who do I make drop stuff? I think I make Demon Destroyer. Somewhere here we have loot. So dynamically generated. Actually, he doesn't drop anything. I drop it from the code. But somebody else does. Who drops a thing? Lich. I know that I force Lich that he has to drop a fuel cell. A second. Slime. I didn't rely like a lot on the slimes, I mean enemies, for dropping stuff. Slime skin, no, that's the inventory. Loot drop, reward loot, true, loot context, and the context I have is from slime itself. Should I make it like random, that every warlord drops a random book? Huh, it could be possible. Or like a specific, based on the thing that he has, how he behaves. That also gives you like a predictability a bit in it. Random books. Okay. Okay, then I agree with you, Burnseye. Then I believe we have to go up here and make a correct context. We have default run loot profile, or is this the right one? 1 second. Yeah. Let's make a separate one for Warlord. Like here. Source type. Dot something. Well, let's go here. So we have enemy trash. This is like generally if I would want to have something like that, but this is going to be specific. We're gonna say that Dino Warlord is gonna have its loot table 570. Maybe I shouldn't make it specific like that. Maybe I should make it like books. So then if something else has to drop books, I can just reuse that one, you know. Let's make it in books. Okay. It's been built. If we go further, books. Loot source by definition, source type books. Rarity table. This will have only one rarity. But I'm gonna cheat a bit and see how I'm using this here. Okay. I think that the books are legendary or mythic. Let me see. Books. Book of attack speed. Legendary, of course. And now that last entry that I wanted to add is gone, right? Of course it is. Ah, this is from the challenge room. Gotta go to default loot profile. Here we have, this one is missing, books. Adding a new one, add it, and now we start to configure it. Books. Rarity table, and diminishing doesn't make any sense in this case, but I think it's string. Legendary. You know what? I think I'm gonna use the auto-populate tool for this thing. 1 second. I'm gonna save it anyway, and gonna take a look at the books. Because if I was smart back then, I should have given like tags to these items, to books. Book, okay, book. Then what I can do, at least I think so, is I can go back to the resource, default run loot profile, and I can say that books, they're only gonna have the legendary in here. And filter by item rarity, nothing. Category also nothing, but tag. But from the tag we're gonna say that we want to filter by book. Okay, book. And now, in theory, if I click populate base loot for source type, the book itself should be populated by this. I'm just gonna save... You know what, guys? Actually, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna commit. Because I'm gonna have easier reverting, you know, enabled. 1 second. Add, git commit. And what did we do? Cavernous depths can now be completed by only defeating the boss. And then the second one is in the level. Fixed the counter when killing a boss wouldn't increment boss kill counter. Fix the scenario. Okay. That was another big one. Then what else did I do? Okay. That was it in this case, I believe. 1 second. Aha, achievements were added, monster and boss and rock golems were nerfed. That's good. Git push. And now as we go further, I'd say that I'm gonna look at the books and I'm gonna click this. Go here. Okay, I still don't like that there's a bug that the weighted list is like not correctly applied, because I should have only like legendary. Because this is on the legendary, but now it's going to pick from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. That's good. So the dude's gonna have 100% chance of picking one book and dropping one book when the warlord dies. We're gonna be able to modify this. Just a second. Warlord. Ah, that's the wrong resource. Let's filter by loot properties. Reward loot. Loot amount 1. Loot context table. We do this. No, not this one. But loot context is now being taken. It's gonna take from 1 book like this. And same thing has to be applied for other 2. Like this. And the last but not least, this one. And then we're gonna try to kill 3 of them and see if they're gonna drop the thing that we need to drop. And by that I mean that they drop, you know what, books. Let's add them to spawn. Actually, I think I'm gonna copy this in the clipboard. And spawn them manually. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. Now we're gonna make him attack Gotor first. Level spawn unit. 1, team 2, offset 80, 0. Oh, that's a nasty. Oi oi. Oh no, why is he aggroing me? Level, kill all AI units. Okay. We received our first book of attack speed. So this was dropped. That's good. Now, that was the first random. Then we have to put in the second one of defense. I'm gonna offset him by 120 or 80. That's okay. I'm running. Another kill command. Okay. Book movement of speed, that's okay. The second one, I mean the third one is gonna be of speed. Speed. This one is nasty as hell. Okay. We got him. Good. Books are working. So the dinos now actually drop books. So that's a bit more of a reward, I'd say. Okay, if we... I think that Mr. Godot crashed. Let's see. Nehes posted something.
Okay, so I will show now the
1 second.
between weapon and player animations. Also, right now, abilities are granted by equipping the weapon. So the weapon can have a set of abilities. So right now I have basic smart ability.
Boom.
Looking like that, and as you can see, the weapon and player are synchronized when it comes to animation. And I can also customize the ability or morph it or change it. Right now it is via talent, but I didn't decide yet if it's going to be through abilities or through the runes. So right now I just simply built a simple talent tree, and I can morph it into the leap heavy smash, which as it says player will leap.
Boom. This leap is cool.
I'll show it again.
Can you control the distance? How far he leaps? Like based on the control value or something else?
Which is charge leap smash. So right now the player will charge the leap, which right now modifies the damage. And in the future I can change it so player can leap further or anything I want. So I will now charge and release.
Nice. I have to add something like that when I deal knockback, you know, the effect. I currently have some effects, but, you know, like an orb that, boop, more visual oomph to it. Looks cool, dude. Good job. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. So far, so good. Okay, I think we can commit this one easily. Test level, what did I change here? Spawn. I renamed it to spawn, are you kidding me again? 1 second. A lot of time if I want to search something, like I renamed the thing, probably I do something wrong. Okay. Git add, git commit. Warlords, now drop random books. That's okay. It's been tested and so on, so that's okay. What else? So that was from that. If you guys know for any other cool games that are in a similar price range or something like that, like Lands of Fury and similar, I mean not even necessarily similar price range, but similar type genre maybe, let me know. If there's an indie developer, I'm gonna contact them for bundling if possible. Okay. So far, so good. Got to run through the list. Looking a bit through the list, what I still have to do. The gold. Gold is a big one. Hopefully I could finish it today. Yeah. I get you. Luckily, the Mighty Mew developer, she accepted me and agreed on the bundle, so I'm pretty happy. Dun, 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 dun. Sad reality, nobody buys the game when it's not on the sale, you know. That's just interesting to see. Nobody. But I'm trying to get as much as curators as possible. I've acquired 2 new ones. Rise and Shine, Mr. Gamer, and Made with Godot. So that's kind of cool. We'll work more on that as well. Okay. Again, time to grind some more. What kind of sucks? You get gold, you don't know how much you get it, you have to do the manual calculations and so on. It's just not, you know, as pleasing. Back in the day, I had like that you pick up stuff. Let's see, coin controller. That was the thing that was used back in the day. So everything kind of dropped gold. Based on the budgets and so on. Jesus Christ, on unit died. Then I had like directly award coins. I'd have to make like destroyables to reward something. No, dude, it's really hard regarding the streamers and so on. And then you send out stuff and you don't get responses most of the time. It's wow, you know. I guess it's much harder than it was 8 years ago. Even the bigger YouTubers with bigger audiences, like, you know, Cakes, that dude, he was sending like to press and he sent out 200 mails and got only 2 or 3 responses, something like that. They picked him up only once he got some virality, you know, that somebody snipped his, clipped his video from the Twitch and so on. Otherwise it was a sad story. Yeah, it ain't that easy. You have to be like a massive mailer and then, yeah, you know, how to turn out like not a spammer and so on. That's also an interesting part. On loot drop started, what is this? Hook chest exploration, etc. Sources here if desired. Coin, events controller, I don't admit this anywhere. But I could be adding stuff here. Okay, first thing that I want to do is maybe wire it when the unit dies. I know that I had like the whole system of calculating stuff. If I take a look at my history, what did I do here? Like, companion stats now get saved correctly. Okay, no, not this one. Change shape of POIs. I didn't modify this here, or did I? Directly award coins to unit. Well, some modifications were here. Okay, I'll try it by trial and error first. So, what happens then? Directly award coins. I pass in the killer and reward source. Reward source can be what? What did I specify as a reward source? Uniteer, weak, standard, veteran, elite, mini-boss, boss, and so on. Then I have chest, exploration, secret area, puzzle. Oh, that was interesting back in the day. Because gathering all of the destroyables that are procedurally generated, we still have to wait at the right time to collect them, you know. Okay. The problem was that I wanted to split like coins in different thingies. That some things would like, you know, make it percentage based, like that you would get, I don't know, 50% of all coins available for exploring this stuff. So that would be like in all the destroyables like chests and so on. And then maybe 30% for defeating the boss, so that he would drop some coins. Maybe I should add something like that in middle of the waves or at the end of the boss also. You know, I have too many bells and whistles here, because I don't want every single unit to drop something like that. It doesn't make sense. I'm also thinking about that units wouldn't like drop the gold itself, because the battlefield gets really noisy quickly when you have the experience flying around and coins dropping around. That kind of sucks. Sucks for visibility, I'd say. If I make any sense what I'm trying to make here. So the most important thing would probably be not chest but destroyable. And this poor normal good, I think that I only use normal, if I'm not mistaken. This is a reward source. 1 second. So I don't have to mess with that as much as I thought that I would have to. Let's see if we have like a destroyable. What do I specify here? The particles for explosion and so on, that's okay, I don't mind that. But maybe I have to check the crate. Because this one now has loot drop component. Huh. 1 second. Who's the parent of this thing? So that's a crate, let's see. View owners. Chest POI. Okay. Okay, but that's the owner who owns the scene. There's also one other option, if I am not mistaken, at the dependencies. Destroyable, yeah. So, destroyable. The loot drop component is here. Okay. But if I have crate .tcn, that's a normal one. And loot drop for this one comes from this loot context, but rewards resource, destroyable normal. Okay. Then I can say we have also damaged crate. Sometimes I use it, rarely, but sometimes destroyable poor. That's also good. We could say that Den is a destroyable. They could be rewarding gold, so it would be in your interest to destroy the Den. Reward source. Ah, this is a normal Den. I have different types of Dens as well. 1 second. Den. Den. Here we go. A rat den. But why do I have... Ah. POIs have their own values as well. Okay. Then for the bear den, I could say that this is den heavy. Okay. Boar itself is... Huh. Then... medium, bunny, then light, wolf, then where is it? Then medium. And then instead of rewarding gold to player through that, we're gonna drop coins. So I'm gonna kind of... That's gonna be interesting to fix and balance. I already see this. Okay. Okay. Sorry for shutting my pie trap for so long, but I'm looking at some stuff. Okay. Here we go now. We're gonna test out the destroyables first. Let's see, default, I know that somewhere here I have it split how everything gets like spread between gold by coin type. Okay, that's the config for that. By level, here we go. So in the first level I want the player to earn, if he clears everything, from 1500 to 1700 gold. That's maybe a bit too much, we'll see. Then in the second level I have 800 to... What did the do here? Aha, second level is actually the rainy road. By the time that you get to the end of the game, you would have how much? So that's 900... 7... 5, 6 and something. Okay, and the source is enabled. Aha, this is from where I actually can award the gold. Source weights and so on. Jesus, I had so many bells and whistles here. Use pity banks and everything. I'll have to relearn the logic what I was doing here. Bucket budgets, enemies, 80% to enemies and so on, and then only 10% to chest and exploration, destroyable 0.07. Oh, buddy boy. You know what I'm gonna do? Before I'm gonna tackle this, I'm gonna update the game. Release it, and this is gonna be in the separate update because it's too big. I'm gonna need some testing for this thing as much as possible. Regarding the reward sources, I don't believe that we made any major mistakes here. What is this? Those were just the modifications regarding the You know what, I'm gonna scrap everything. Redo it. Okay. New update coming out today. Some improvements. That's it. And then we tackle the bigger stuff again. High version always by 0.0.1, no matter how significant it is. That's just how it is now, currently. Jesus Christ, guys, I'm getting hungry. Playtest. And tomorrow the bigger one will come out with reworked gold and so on. Okay, that's first export. Then we do the second one. 0.7.4 full. There we go. Time to make the zips and so on. And do the correct uploads, notifications, make a short announcement that something new is available. Playtest thingy. Do you guys like frequent updates? I think it's important while developing the game in early access that you can course correct quickly with the feedback of community if something's wrong. Let's see, edit Steamworks settings. I got it now. Upload. This is 0.7.4. Let's go. Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They burn through content very fast, and I think that if... I'm afraid that they would say that the game is abandoned or so on, you know, if you don't frequently post enough. That's what I'm afraid of it. Which is not so... And I think that the update currently was quite important because there was a game-breaking bug. That's why I'm gonna push it out, but I don't want to push it out, you know, with the whole rework of the coin drop and so on. Because that thing is gonna need more testing. And it can wait. It's more of a feature. Okay, now I make builds. Default preview change 0.7.4. Have to confirm it. It was so hard getting back used to the Steamworks and so on. you know, there's like a lot of things that you have to wrap your head around. But now I finally think I'm getting back the hang of it. You know, I only uploaded one game, managed one game, so that was a thing. I had to relearn everything. That was 7-8 years ago. Ah, the full one wasn't packed yet. Now it will be. One second. Compressing. Compression done. If you have good framework that it's easy for you to add new cards, weapon abilities, enemies, then you'd be good with frequent updates. Every month I think is good enough for a big update, but I still can't comprehend those buckets and stuff on Steam. I want my game to have small update sizes, so having a good structure from the start is key. Of course. I mean, they're handling the updates pretty well, I'd say. I don't know, each update is like 10 megabytes, 15 megabytes if I add something like that, you know, small. So they're handling some stuff there, pretty neat, underneath. Let's see. It's been committed, uploaded. Okay. .7.4. Set build now live. I have to confirm the update. And let's write a report about it. .7.4. Let's copy git messages. Copy commit message. This is a quick one. Okay. This is a small one. Open full editor. Okay, saving it. Before the announcement, I just want to make sure that it's correctly downloaded. And so on. You even added prematurely DLC support that loads DLC packages. That's cool. You know, there's like, I didn't add that support yet, but there's like a flag check that you can check if somebody owns a package on the Steam as well. So for example, you don't even have to add the new content in the separate package file. That's a thing. If you don't want to, you know, but of course you're risking yourself that the content is being leaked to everybody, even the ones that aren't like owning it. But what I wanted to say is, for example, if you just want to add a skin, you add it to the core of the game, not to the separate DLC. And then in the game itself you can check if the user owns that package. And that's kind of it. I like how this game kind of looks. This looks really, really cool. I'd play this. Gives me that old Command & Conquer vibes. And dinos and so on. Jesus Christ, I like how it looks. Okay, download's completed. Let's just test it out quickly. How much of the things I messed up? Hopefully not a lot. I tested it bazillion times. Okay. Let's play a little bit. Let's see the achievements. The speedrunning ones should be also here and unlocked already. Speedrunner. Ah, that was the test one, huh? Of course. Different profile. Ah, the 0 numbers still bothering me. Yo, bunny boots in the first one. How awesome is that? Okay. Have to add, I wanted to add like a pop-up, a tween that displays how much experience or so on you get. At least on those things up there. What? Ah, wrong stick. Maybe the arena size in these earlier levels is small, at least in the boss battle one. I wonder if I was so nasty that I made it small by design, which I wouldn't be surprised on. Ah, don't wanna do anything now. Just the playtest a little bit here and there. So this is 0.7.4. Yeah, those arenas are just too small. Have to give player more space, I'd say. Ah, he has like Andreas, I believe. Yep. Arrow spin was buffed a little bit, I'd say. So that's kind of cool. Have to also make like his first normal attack levelable. Ooh, arrow spin, another one. We can upgrade it now. See, this is what I like. That now I can actually make level 2 rune, and instead of only shooting 7 projectiles, I think this is gonna be buffed significantly. It's gonna be shooting 10. So more power to us. But the thing is that the dude is the melee player here. I also have to make like the indication that you can unleash the fury. That was another suggestion. See how many more? Much more. Yeah, we can increase our health as well a bit. Missed every single one of them. Okay, double the zap. Yo. Too spicy. Oh, Picobo! I'm gonna get this one. That's a no-brainer. It's so rarely that it drops. I have to make it craftable. It even has a slot for like legendary thing. I have too big of a range, I'd say. Oh, gotta get back to my trusty sword, otherwise I'm gonna perish. By the way, I can use the items directly in the inventory now, at least consumables, and it's so hard to get used to it. At least, you know, when you're playing for bazillion times, having to rearrange everything and so on. No! Who am I gonna get? Who's the big boss, eh? Ah, Mr. Rocco, hey! Muy strongo! Ha! Well, it wouldn't be a developer. Breaker, no, that's for the first set only. I'm gonna go with these. Generally increasing the damage of the dash. You know what, anyway. I think I can increase the passive damage of the bow significantly. Yeah, by 4. So this one isn't so innocent anymore now. We got the dude. Oh no. There we go, another one. Perfect, now this Pico bow is like uber OP. Soon. Ice damage. Something else from the dude? Yeah, I could go with yellow cape if I would have enough money. Is there a cell shrine in here? Or am I just extremely unlucky? Yellow cape would be awesome. I think I won't be able to do that, but I can go with iron sword and make a big sword. That could come in handy. Okay, Mr. Goater leveled up. Another one, we can level it up even more. That's good. Let's do it. Now, this thing is gonna be more powerful. Look at that. 5 to 8 damage passive. That's gonna be nuts. I guess we got good drops this run. Look at that! That dude's spinning. Let's increase these things. Like the first shot. Some HP regen for the dude. There we go. I love it. Spin to win. Ah. Need some HP. By the way, today I have to record the videos. It would be cool if I could level up equipment as well. Now that I think of it. Helmet 2-2 resistance. Ugh. There we go. Tech helmet. Good. We received our book. Oh, Ladoom. Hello. That was a close one. Ah, this is the source of evil. Something else of interest here. Voltor. I have to make Voltor like more epic. Easy. Ah, here we go. Yo, look at that. Let's try to get it. Okay. We got it. If we go a bit further. Okay, this is this one. The crafting station is here. I think we can make better book of attack speed. For sure. There we go. Plus 10%. Better. So Nahis says, I must say I finally feel I can actually finish the project. I've been trying to make a proper game since 2012. First time opened Unity. Hey. Cool buddy, cool. I have a really good run here. OP run. Hopefully I won't do anything stupid. And this room feels much better now. With the arrow. Yo, I can increase the dash. Ah, Mr. has Andreas. We're missing a ring. This one could increase our fury capacity. I'm gonna take it. And for revival. Actually, I don't have enough for revival. Let's go. Easy. Thank goodness there's water here so I can easily... Ooh. 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 The dude is strong. He killed me, I can't believe it. See, I got too cocky. Anyway, good run. I think that it works well. I'm gonna stop streaming now. I still have to do other things, make the video and so on. And tomorrow I think that before noon I could be back if I'm not gonna have to take care of the little one. We'll see. Because the dude got sick, sadly. Hopefully you guys enjoy the game. If you want to support it, remember, buy it. Spread the word about it, so on. It means a lot. And it helps a lot. So, have a great rest of your day, guys. I'll be working behind the curtain, behind the scenes.